What's happening, everyone? JayShockblast here, and you may have seen over the weekend a big video game convention in the UK. We got our first look at the entire character grid for LEGO DC Supervillains. Arthur Parsons was doing a live stream and maybe accidentally showed it for everybody. Maybe he meant to. I don't know. All I do know is I am super excited. I got a chance to play the game last week while I was in Los Angeles, and I'm stoked, man. There are so many characters in this game that are going to be fun to play with. One of the DLCs that is coming as part of the Season Pass is Young Justice, and I think pretty much everybody got super excited the second it was revealed that Young Justice was getting a DLC, and that's got the wheels turning inside my head. What are we going to get in a Young Justice DLC? Now, one quick look at the character grid, and you're going to notice there are a ton of characters that have appeared in Young Justice in some form or fashion. The version of the character in LEGO DC Supervillains already with the core roster may not be their Young Justice version, but for me, I don't necessarily need to see second versions of those characters just to fill up the space. Typically with the DLCs, we get about 8 new characters, and I want as many new characters as possible. Fortunately, Young Justice is getting a Season 3 as part of the DC Universe online app, and I'm pretty excited for that, and I think a lot of the characters that we see should and could be based on that. Now, if we look right here, Young Justice Outsiders is what it's called, and what we see in this image is left to right static. I guess this is Kid Flash. It could be Impulse, but that's Bart Allen. We got Robin, Wonder Girl. We've got Spoiler, Blue Beetle, 13. I believe it's Arrowette, Red Arrow / Arsenal, and Beast Boy. Now, of that group, we already have Robin, a version of Wonder Girl, a version of Blue Beetle, a version of Arsenal, and a version of Beast Boy in LEGO DC Supervillains main roster. I don't know, it's obviously not the same version of these. Even Wonder Girl looks different, so I guess it's possible that they could reuse these characters. I'm pretty sure Spoiler was one of the heroines and villainesses DLC characters in LEGO Batman 3. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing her again as part of Young Justice. I definitely want to see Static. I think that's a must-have. And Arrowette looks pretty interesting. I don't believe that's Artemis. 13 we know nothing about. And yeah, so that's a pretty good look right there. I think without question there are some core characters that are very important to Young Justice that have to be included with this pack. And number 1 on that list is Conner Kent. Obviously, he is a clone of Superman, and he is one of the main characters of Young Justice Season 1 and Young Justice Invasion. So having Conner Kent and maybe even Wolf would be really great options for the Young Justice DLC. Now, TT Games usually loves to go heavy with pet characters, and to the best of my knowledge, we only have Dexstar and Crypto in this game, so Wolf is something to keep an eye on. We did have DLC animals in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, so it is very possible. Another character we would probably need to see is, hello Megan, Miss Martian. Miss Martian, another main character in the first 2 seasons of Young Justice. I don't know what's going on with her when it comes to Season 3, but I think she's such a main character that it would make a lot of sense to have her in there. And then a third character that I think would make a lot of sense is Artemis. She is seen in the trailer for Young Justice Outsiders in a stealth suit, so she's obviously part of it. It doesn't look like she's part of the Young Justice team itself. She may have graduated to the Justice League, we don't know, or maybe we do. Wouldn't be opposed to seeing her as Tigress either. Another character that we could consider is Bumblebee. She was in Season 2 quite a bit, and definitely a pretty cool character. Don't see her here, so not sure what her status is in the Young Justice verse. Impulse, I guess we're already seeing him as Kid Flash, so I don't know that we necessarily need to see the Impulse version of Bart Allen, but you know, it's something to consider. And then Lagoon Boy, and I'll be honest with you, Lagoon Boy is probably best served held off until one of the 2 Aquaman DLCs. One will definitely be based on the movie. I'm not sure what the other one will be. So I think it'd probably be a better bet to hold off on him for the DLC. So that is some of the characters that are members of Young Justice. I kind of scoured around. There's also some, actually, you know, if I take a step back, there are some other new characters that are going to be debuting that we don't see in the picture. Forager, Halo, Geoforce, those are some new characters. You know, Barbara Gordon as Oracle is going to be there, and I believe there's also Big Bear. So there's some other new characters that we might end up seeing that could be part of the DLC as well. I don't know what we're going to do as far as like a villain, if we even need a villain as part of the DLC. Obviously, there's a level pack that comes with it, so it would make sense if they did do some type of a villain, somebody they're going up against. From what I can see, Lex Luthor and Queen Bee are in the voice cast, so they are back as part of the season, and I'm sure we're gonna have tons of other, you know, baddies like Vandal Savage could be back. That would make a lot of sense. Sportsmaster, they could throw Sportsmaster in there, and another interesting choice would be Match. Match is obviously the other clone of Superboy. So lots of great choices, and if they decide to do a vehicle, Spear might be a good choice as either a playable character that transforms into a vehicle, or just a vehicle that transforms into another vehicle. So, or Miss Martian's spaceship. So there's a lot of pretty cool choices there. I think I'm pretty excited for this. It's going to be, I can't believe I slept on this show. The first thing that I did when I got DC Universe is I just plowed through Season 1, and I'm already most of the way through Season 2. So how hyped up are you for the Young Justice DLC? Which characters do you think we should see? Are you okay if maybe characters like Cheshire and, you know, any of the others like even Psimon, Count Vertigo, and I'm just Clarion the Witch Boy is obviously already in the game. You know, Nightwing, Wonder Girl, she has her comic suit in the game. You know, any of those characters, are you happy with just having them and want more, or do you want their Young Justice version as well? Just let me know in the comments below. And who are you most excited for to possibly get in a Young Justice DLC? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see ya.